The weirdest season of all time ended on a high note with Traquan Smith making a ridiculous touchdown catch. Smith played angry in the season finale in a good way. He was a difference maker. And in a season that didn't make a lot of sense, how about this? The Saints used Trevor Siemian twice in a relief role this season, 4 times as a starter. The Saints were 2-0 with Siemian coming off the bench. They were 0-4 in the games in which he started. His quarterback rating significantly better in a relief role. The obvious mathematical equation is reliever Siemian is greater than starter Siemian. Like everything else this season, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's start our 4 takeaways from Atlanta with this. New Orleans was robbed by the Rams. Not robbed in this game, but robbed of the celebration of this game. This should have been the who-dat emotion after the game. The Saints dominated the Falcons. Atlanta did make the score look closer than it really was with a meaningless touchdown in the final minute, but this game was not close, and New Orleans should have had a chance to properly celebrate. The problem was, minutes later, San Francisco earned their way into the playoffs by winning in L.A. The Rams' inability to do their job robbed New Orleans of a playoff-clinching celebration, and that is a shame. At number 3, one of the real bright spots in this game and going forward, Paulson Adebo looks like a keeper, and that is big. Adebo finished 2021 with probably his best game of the season. On the season, Adebo played the 5th most snaps of any Saints defensive player as a rookie. He was strong in training camp. He got better and better over the course of the season, and Paulson Adebo now looks like a 3rd-round steal. And what that means is you can go into the offseason feeling good about the cornerback position. Adebo and Marshawn Lattimore would man the outsides, and then with Samurai Gardner-Johnson in the slot. A position that was a weakness last offseason now looks like a huge strength. At number 2, you can also feel good about what the Saints did along the defensive line over the last month of the season. They were dominant, and what we learned in that last month is that Cam Jordan needs help. Over the last month, David Onyemata played at an elite level, and Marcus Davenport got healthier. That threesome became unblockable, and with them leading the way, the Saints defense took a huge step forward in the final month. Now, we're throwing out the Dolphins game. 22 Saints missed that game. Let's just not count it. In the other 4 final games of the season, the Saints gave up just 162 passing yards a game. Over the course of a season, that would be the best in the NFL. Onyemata and Davenport have to play a full season, but that threesome might be the single biggest strength the Saints have going into next season. We'll have several months to reevaluate the Saints roster. As 2021 ends, let's just appreciate the ride. It was certainly bumpy. The Dolphins and the Bills games were maybe the 2 most unwatchable games of the Sean Payton era, but also this season was full of promise. 2 wins over the Bucs, the season-opening rout of the Green Bay Packers. The adversity has been well documented, from Hurricane Ida and the Mike Thomas situation through everything that followed. Trevor Siemian called the Saints season chaos, and through that chaos, the 2021 Saints finished 9-8, this close to the playoffs. There are questions to be answered over the next 6 months, but there's also a ton of talent and a ton of promise. Saints fans should be optimistic going forward, because in a season defined by chaos, this team won more than it lost. So let's just hope for a little less chaos in 2022. And that is my number 1 takeaway from the bittersweet finale in Atlanta.